Well, you may or may not know two things. Number one, today is National Comic Book Day. And two, Portland is a huge comic book hub. There are a lot of publishers, creators, and artists that call this city home. So today I went over to Helioscope to meet with a local artist and find out what kinds of things are being created right now. I'm here with Steve Lieber.
I draw all kinds of comic books, adventure comics, humor, thrillers, pretty much every genre there is, I've drawn it. And my current project is called The Fix at Image Comics. The Fix is about the two worst people in Los Angeles and the drug-sniffing beagle that can bring them down.
Oh.
Yes. So this is a page from an upcoming issue of The Fix, and it's some dangerous-looking guys unloading a package from a truck and putting it into a van, and their leader is saying something that should be very worrisome to the reader.
Now, you've been in Portland for 20 years.
20 years.
Your publisher, Image Comics, has now been in Portland for about a year. What do you think makes Portland such a good hub for comic books?
Initially, I think it's because we had a lot of rain, so people can stay inside and get work done.
Oh, there you go.
It's a town that supports creative activity and people doing something quirky and different. And there's just a whole lot of people who are doing interesting things here. People who make weird stuff want to be around other people who make weird stuff.
Now, this space that you're in, it's basically just a bunch of different local people creating comic books.
Helioscope is a space shared by 30 artists here in Portland, and I think folks are doing some great work through every part of comics. Everything from drawing stories about Batman or Superman to completely personal projects about going sailing or reviewing medical products. There's a huge range to what folks do. We're here is Kat Ferris. Kat is working on a comedy romance graphic novel called My Boyfriend is a Bear, being published by a local publishing house, Oni Press. Over here is Ron Chan. Ron is drawing the comic book adaptation of Plants vs. Zombies, a popular video game. It's published by Dark Horse, another local comic book company, and written by Paul Tobin, who's a member of our studio as well. I'm just going in and dirtying things up a bit here.
So when you add these little details, do you have to make sure it's the same on, that one, then that one, then that one?
I try to keep it pretty close, but it's okay if there's a bit of variation because people understand that these things are drawn by hand, and I think it warms the story up a bit, keeps it from feeling like it was created by a machine or something.
That was pretty cool. Even as technology changes over the years, they are still all there in that office drawing all the comic books by hand. And if you want to know how to celebrate National Comic Book Day, besides, of course, watching this segment, Kathy, he said to go to the library. A lot of libraries, I didn't know that, have a lot of comic books. Or, of course, go to the comic book store, go do some shopping.